If you're chasing your personal best, this month is prime time. As water temps slide into the 50s and 60s, a lot changes underwater. Cold water can hold more dissolved oxygen, which means bass can stay active and recover quickly after chasing bait. Now remember, largemouth and smallmouth are cold-blooded. Their metabolism actually peaks in the summer around 75 to 85 degrees, but by fall, that metabolism is slowing down from those highs. So why do they feed harder? Instinct, right? Bass know winter is coming, and this fall feed isn't about burning extra calories, it's about storing energy. They're packing on the reserves for the cold months when their metabolism will drop even further and food gets scarce. Also, cooler oxygen-rich water opens up the wide lake for them, right? Combine that with massive schools of shad and baitfish pushing shallow, and you got a bass feeding frenzy, often in wolf packs all October long. Now, the lakes are quieter after Labor Day, which is great, but here's the rub. Those bass have been pressured for months. They've seen every Senko and spinnerbait and chatterbait and swimbait you can think of. So the easy bites are gone, but with a few adjustments with your lures and tactics, you can stay ahead of the crowd. Lure number one, the Fluke. This guy right there. When bass are corralling shad or bait balls in October, the Fluke flat out gets bit. It's one of the best shad imitators you can throw. I like Pearl. This is a smoke. I think this is the creme brand. You can get these at Walmart on the bottom shelf. I like the Zoom Flukes as well because they mimic dying shad almost perfectly. Now, here's the move. If you see surface explosions, just cast past the action, twitch back with a darting motion, and then pause. And that pause is key. Bass are opportunists, right? They can't resist an easy meal. Now, don't set the hook right away. Count 1,000 before swinging, and you'll notice your hookup rate climb. All right, now if you're feeling like adding some chaos, there are two great rigs that you can do with this guy right here. First is the donkey rig, also known as the double fluke rig. Tie on two flukes at once. They dart and chase each other like fleeing bait fish, and the bass just hammer it. Also, there's the scamper rig. This is a weight forward hook for soft plastics like flukes. The added weight lets you fish the bait faster and keep it deeper than the standard hook. So perfect for targeting bass holding below the surface in the fall. So whether you like the single fluke, the donkey, or the scamper, keep one rigged and ready. In October, you never know when schooling fish are going to erupt right in front of you. Actually just had it happen probably 20 minutes ago. So flukes, I get my money. I don't really get crazy. I get the creme from Walmart. I use Zoom. A fish blowing up right behind me. And also you can get your scamper hooks. Take a look at Core Tackle. Lure number two. Actually have it hooked up right here. This is going to be the Buzzbait. October is prime time for a buzzbait. As water temperatures drop, bass push shallow into creek mouths, dying grass edges, and wood cover to ambush shad. A buzzbait burned across the surface mimics a fleeing baitfish perfectly, and it's an easy bait to use. Just throw and plop it back to you. For a setup, I go with a 40 to 50 pound braid so you can drive that heavy hook home and haul fish out of any cover they might want to dive into. And I like to add a swim bait trailer, or right now I believe I have a Phenom Frog on for that little extra action. The feet on this thing are sick. And if you're getting short strikes, don't be afraid to add a trailer hook. You can shorten up your trailer, or you can simply delay your hook set. It'll turn those missed blowups into landed fish. Now, the buzz baits that get my money, this is gonna be the Brazalo Pro M1. This is gonna be the Phenom Frog. And I tell you what, when you get a topwater blow up on these guys, whew, that's addicting. Now we have lure number three. This is going to be the spinnerbait, right? October is spinnerbait season. As bass key in on bigger shad and bluegill, a spinnerbait is one of the best ways to imitate that larger forage. Now, you will find spinnerbait lures with 2, 3, even 4 blades on them. I just had a guy fish right in front of me just 5 minutes ago, and he caught one on the spinnerbait, right? Now, here's my rule of thumb. When the water's still in the 60s, go with a double willow leaf blade, right? This flash matches the speed of the active bait fish, and as temperatures slide into the upper 50s, I switch to a willow/Colorado blade combo, just like this guy. You got your willow here, you Colorado right here. And once it hits the low 50s, I go with a double Colorado blade. I don't have one with me right now because I just don't have it on my boat because we're not into those really cold temperatures quite yet. You're gonna wanna work it around stumps, docks, and those channel swings, and don't be afraid to bang it off cover. That sudden deflection is often what triggers those strikes. Next lure for October, it's gonna be this guy right here, the Lipless Crankbait. Now, I don't personally love fishing a Lipless Crank, but in October, there are times where it just plain wrecks them. Now this lure simply just mimics a wounded shad, right? It's perfect for covering a lot of water, and especially for letting these drop in on if you're running FFS, those suspended bass. I like a couple different lipless cranks. I like the Berkeley War Pig, and then this guy right here, which is the Spro Aruka Shad 75. Now, not my favorite to throw, but in the right spots, it could be one of the best producers in October. All right, let's move to the next lure I have for you. At number 5, this is going to be the Squarebill Crankbait. Now in October, a Squarebill Crankbait is one of the best shallow water search baits that you can tie on. Bass push up around riprap, stumps, laydowns, and shallow dying grass edges to ambush those shad, and the Squarebill shines in all of those spots. Now here's the science: bass are ambush predators, right? Their strike is often triggered by sudden changes in prey movement. Now when they see a Squarebill smash into cover and deflect, it gives off the look of a panicked baitfish darting for his life. And that erratic action flips the predatory switch and makes those bass pounce. Now, here's the counterintuitive part. If you're not getting it hung up now and then, you're not fishing the Squarebill in the right places. The deflection is the magic. Now, it's not just a search bait, it's a big bite bait when the bass are shallow in October. Now I'll be straight with you. The Squarebill I like to use is the Spro Little John. Now technically it's not a true Squarebill, but close enough for me. It's got that computer chip board lip that gives you both sensitivity and durability, and it just flat out deflects beautifully off hard cover in that 3 to 5 foot zone. The next lure I have for you are these guys right here. As October cools down, bass shift into conservation mode, right? They still want to feed, but they want the biggest reward for the least amount of effort. And that's exactly what a suspending jerkbait offers. An easy target that looks like an injured baitfish hanging mid-water. Here's the science. Bass have burst energy for short chases, but in cooler water, their metabolism is slowing, and that long pause, 3, 4, 5 seconds, gives them time to size up the bait and strike without burning much energy. It's perfect match for that fall behavior. The prime spots for these guys are going to be the bridge pilings, your deeper channel swings, creek mouths where the shad stack up, and the cadence is everything. Twitch, twitch, pause, slow, erratic, and patience is the name of the game. If you got patience for it, a suspending jerkbait can be your cold front lifesaver in October. Now, the jerkbaits that get my money is going to be the Berkeley 100. I also like the 110. Also, this guy right here, if I want a little bigger profile, this is the 6 Sense Provoke. All right, so here's the deal. In October, I just don't tie on these 6 lures. I keep everything from September tied on too, and you check out all those lures right there. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.